All right, let's talk about online reviews. Most of us see them as just something that happens, right? Kind of like a chore we have to manage. But what if I told you they're actually the single most powerful, controllable asset you have for growing your business? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down the exact system for mastering them. Look, forget about likes, forget about followers for a second. In today's digital world, trust is the real currency. And you know what? Online reviews have become the gold standard. They are the biggest, loudest trust signal you've got, and they're out there working for you 24/7, long before you ever even talk to a potential customer. And if you need proof, just look at this number. A massive 93% of people say online reviews directly influence their buying decisions. Think about that. That isn't just a small slice of the market. That's basically everyone. So if you're not actively managing your reviews, you're pretty much ignoring almost all of your potential customers.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. It's about volume. Businesses that have over 50 reviews, they can convert customers at 4 times the rate of businesses with less than 10. That's not just a little bump. No way. That's a huge credibility signal that tells customers, hey, we're the real deal.
But what if you have no reviews at all? Well, that's actually even worse. A staggering 72% of customers just won't even consider doing business with a company that has 0 reviews. Your amazing website, your incredible products. Honestly, none of it really matters if you don't have that social proof to back it up.
And this, right here, is the absolute heart of the matter. Most businesses are just sitting around, crossing their fingers, hoping a few good reviews trickle in. But the ones who are actually winning, they aren't hoping. They're building a deliberate, strategic system. And that is exactly what we are going to build together today.
Okay, but before we start building, we have got to talk about the rules. Because if you break them, you could get your reviews wiped out, or even worse, your whole profile suspended. So let's start with the stuff you absolutely cannot get wrong.
Rule number 1, and it is a big one. No review gating. So what's that? It's when you try to be clever and pre-screen your customers, only sending the public review link to the happy ones. It sounds smart, right? But platforms like Google absolutely forbid it because it misleads other customers. The rule is simple. You have to ask everyone equally.
And that leads us to the second critical rule you can't break. You can't offer incentives, period. No, hey, get 10% off for leaving a review. No gift cards, no sweepstakes. It's basically seen as a bribe. The whole point is to ask for honest, genuine feedback, not paid-for praise.
So let's imagine this scenario. You've got a big list of past customers, you know the rules now, and you think, okay, I'll just blast out a mass email asking everyone for a review. I mean, it seems like the fastest way to get a bunch of reviews, doesn't it? So what could possibly go wrong? Well, a lot, actually. This is what we call the velocity trap, and it's a huge mistake that so many well-intentioned businesses make.
Here's what goes wrong. That sudden, massive flood of reviews, it sets off all the alarm bells for the platform's algorithm. If you normally get maybe 2 reviews a month, and then bam, you get 150 in 2 days, the system flags it as spam. And all those real hard-earned reviews you just got, poof, they're gone overnight. The takeaway here is crucial. Slow, steady, and consistent is how you win this game.
Okay, so we've got the rules down. Now for the fun part. How do we actually ask for a review in a way that people will actually respond to? This is where we shift gears from just being compliant to actually converting. Now, here's a weird idea that's actually true. It's called the loyalty paradox. Your happiest, most loyal, long-term customers can often be the hardest people to get reviews from. Why? Because for them, your amazing service is just business as usual. It's normal. So those generic, automated requests just get tuned out. We need a totally different angle.
This right here is what we call the personal favor framework. It's so simple but so powerful. You just drop the corporate speak and make it human. You're not some faceless company asking for data. You're a real person asking for a small favor that you're saying will genuinely help. This simple change in how you frame the ask, it changes absolutely everything.
Or you can try this one. It's the highlight framework. So picture this. A customer pays you a compliment in person or over the phone. You seize that moment. You're not asking them to invent something to write. You're just asking them to copy and paste the awesome thing they already said into a public place. It's completely frictionless for them.
So let's get into the nitty-gritty, the mechanics of a perfect ask. First, a one-to-one personal ask will beat a mass email every single time. Second, timing is everything. Ask them right at that peak moment of happiness, not a week later when the feeling's faded. Third, use SMS or text messages. Why? They have a mind-blowing 98% open rate. And finally, and this is maybe the most important, reduce the friction to 0. Send them a direct link straight to the review form. Make it so easy they just can't say no.
You see, getting the review is really only half the battle. What you do after it comes in, how you respond to it, and what you do with it, that's what really juices your local search ranking and turns curious lookers into paying customers.
So, let's talk about the secret weapon in all of this, your replies. A simple thanks, it's nice, but it's a totally wasted opportunity. Now, look at the SEO-optimized reply. See how it includes the business name, the location, and the specific service they mentioned. Every single time you do this, you're sending a free, powerful signal to Google that boosts your ranking for those keywords.
All right, let's tackle the one thing nobody wants to see, a negative review. It stings, I get it, but how you respond is a public performance. And you have to remember, your real audience isn't the upset person, it's the hundreds of potential customers who are watching how you handle it. Just follow these 4 steps. Acknowledge their issue. Show you empathize. Immediately offer to take it offline. And close the public conversation with confidence. Whatever you do, never, ever argue.
And please, don't just let a great 5-star review sit there on Google collecting dust. It's one of your best marketing assets. You should be turning your best reviews into cool branded graphics for your social media. You should be embedding them on your website, right on the page for that service. Put them in your newsletter. This is real, authentic proof that sells way better than any ad you could ever write.
And just a quick reminder, not all review platforms are created equal. A great strategy for Google is all about local SEO and keywords, but a strategy for Facebook is more about building community and conversation. LinkedIn is all about professional credibility. A one-size-fits-all approach just doesn't cut it. You've got to tailor your strategy for each platform.
So, we have covered the rules you can't break, the art of making the ask, and how to respond for maximum impact. Now let's pull it all together into a super simple, actionable blueprint you can start using literally today.
Here it is, the 4 things you need to burn into your brain. 1. Comply first, always. Don't risk it all for a shortcut. 2. Ask like a human, not like a robot or a big corporation. 3. Respond to 100% of your reviews and make every reply count for SEO. And 4. Amplify your best reviews, track what's working, and repeat. Make this a permanent system, not just a one-off campaign. I just want to leave you with this final thought. Every single day, you have a fresh opportunity to build trust with your customers. And right now, most of your competitors are still just passively hoping for it. By building a system, you're not just getting reviews, you're actively capturing the trust signals that will decide who wins in your market. So the only question left is, will it be you?